So today I'm going to be installing coilovers on this BRZ GR86. Doesn't matter, same car, you can do the same job on the same car. So anyways, we're going to be using the MCS coilovers here. This is a one-way setup with iBox springs. Spring rates on here, I think is 500 and 400. I think that's how you read these. And we custom ordered this for Lauren Low Too Slow's BRZ because we want to take this car out to like the track, but also keep it simple enough that you can drive it on the street. So we opted for the one-way. The one-way meaning this right here controls the rebound and the compression all within, I think, 18 clicks, something like that. The one on my Integra is a three-way, so there's 3 clickers, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to adjust if you don't have like a race team with you, right? So one way, I highly suggest these because they're easy to install and also easy to tune out in the streets. And then this comes with all the bracketry right here for your brake lines. Look at this tool though. They like got rid of all the crappy spanner wrenches and you can just use this so you can turn it. Isn't that cool? Fancy colors too, matches the top knobs right there. And then the back right here, this is actually the front, but it has this little camber slug and it looks like it offsets the bolts when you install it. I've never actually fiddled with this before, so I'm excited to see how that works. The top hats are obviously camber adjustable, as you can see right there. So big bolts, one there, one there, one there, and those are all Allens. Pretty nice, low profiles. These are actually quite expensive if you know your hardware. But yeah, they have pretty nice pillow ball and everything's on a bearing of some sort. This right here also like pivots. This is the rear setup. This is actually really easy to do. We could do the rear end on this car in like a minute and we've done a video on that. So let's get started and then we'll take it out for a drive tomorrow. It's a little dark right now, so let's go. Pop off the lug nuts. Yes, we've already loosened these. Why? Because it's late. I don't want to wake up my neighbors. Oh my God, I'm so strong. So inside the car, you're gonna have to pop your trunk and remove this fascia right here, or this cover. There's some clips right there, pops off easy. See that? Nice. And then over here, you can see we got 2 nuts right there and right there for your dampers. Okay. So with the wheel removed, all you need to do is remove this bolt right here. There's a nut on the other side. See that right there? That's a 17. Once you remove that, you take the 2 nuts from the top and then this coilover right here or your damper will drop. Wrench on this side, impact on the opposite side. Wake up my neighbors. Okay, and then this is loose. I'm gonna push the arm down. Gucci. MCS coilover in. Just gonna go up right here. This really helps if you have someone to put the nuts up top, but it's okay. And if you look down here, it actually just slides down right here. You can just rest it there, right? And then I'm gonna go to the other side and put the nuts on. Super easy. Okay, washer. Totally just blocked your views, but washer. Here's 1 nut. Okay, 1 nut. These are nylocks, by the way, so you don't have to blue thread lock this. Yeah. Of course, we're gonna torque this later, but I'm just driving in for now. Now that we got the 2 nuts up top, we're just gonna line up this collar. This is a very tight fit, meaning it's a pretty dang well machined piece. So you're just gonna have to wiggle on, struggle. Yeah, and then nut on the other side. You won't be able to see this, but just you'll know. And then I'm just gonna zap it. So here's the finished assembly. If you guys are curious what the torque spec is for this, it's like 60 to 65 foot-pounds. And then the top is like, I set it to 35. I think the OEM's like mid-20s. And then we obviously had to adjust the perch right here for our height, but I just wanted to show you guys the finished product because it's super simple to do the rear end on this car. So let's move on to the front and hopefully we can get this thing all dialed in. The front end's pretty easy. You just got to remove these bolts right here, that guy, nuts on the other side, sway bar end link, remove this right here, and then also the brake line bolt right there. And then up here, we got 3 nuts, 1, 2, 3, regardless if you already have coilovers on here or the factory, it's pretty much the same. Drops and then you just swap it out. Brake line bracket, there's a 12 mil right here. Yeah, okay. Pop this guy off. Make sure that you remove this because it's gonna pull your brake line down if you don't. Ask me how I know. Okay. This is a pretty dang long bolt for being such a small bracket. There you go. Just drop it like that. ABS sensor right here. Come on. There it is. Oh, yeah. There it is. This. Don't forget. It's going to suck if you break that. And then 1, 2 19s. And then my socket. This is a 19. Yeah. This is torqued to like 115 foot-pounds, so yeah, it's hefty. Pop this guy here. Very awkward angle. Yeah. An impact would be great, but I think it's 1 o'clock or whatever. It's pretty light. Okay, there you go. See that? Plenty loose. Nice threads, rolls right off. And then, there you go. Pop this off. Sway bar end link, 17. Yeah, buddy. Top 3. Okay, remove the lower bolt. End link is loose-ish. See this? And then, now you can take your damper off. Like so, but look at what we have under the rotor. Let's put a jack under there or else this thing is gonna have a fun time flipping all over the place. See? Here's the new front. Okay, just gonna clear the top and then try to get it in there. It's kind of hard to see. There you go. Okay, and then this guy right here. Just slot it in. All right, it's good there. Hopefully you guys can see. I'm gonna put the bolts just to hold everything. Then I'll go up to the top and put the nuts on. Oh, don't forget about this guy. Okay, we're at the top. Make sure that you put down your washer like this. There is a bad side right there. Now, if you're trying to protect your paint, I guess you could flip it this way because it's not as sharp, but that's the proper way to do it. That's how we do it, but do whatever you want. Building's all about preferences. This is just how I do it. So these are 13 mil actually sockets, so very Euro. Okay, and then just gonna tighten these down.
Many unbearable hours later.
Oh, by the way, there's some slack here. See this? So if you really need max camber, just push it in and hold it there while you're tightening it, okay? And if you don't need max camber, then I guess it doesn't matter, but just saying. Okay. Pull back the nuts. This is torqued to 115 foot-pounds, by the way. It's a very awkwardly placed nut, so good luck. It's quite fun. There you go. And then while we're here, you just take your ABS sensor, pop it back in the bracket right there, and then sway bar end link. This thing's torqued to like 34, so yeah, don't zap this. You're gonna have a bad day. Or you could. Probably doesn't matter. These things are like crazy overbuilt. So I'm just gonna zap it. 114 foot-pounds. 15. Why do you need the torque? Two things. Things come loose or they break prematurely. If you over torque it with a zapper, like if you use a impact, you can overstretch the hardware, or you could under torque it and things come loose and you lose a strut down the freeway or at the track or at the canyons. So don't be lazy. Don't listen to those people online that just say, oh, just impact it. It's the same thing, because I do it at work 24/7. People impact stuff at mechanic shop because they're paid by the hour, and most of the time they'd rather get stuff done ASAP than take their time. Not saying everyone, but you'd be surprised. Yeah, there you go. Sorry about NLinks 34. Gucci. Okay, to adjust the coilovers, it's actually quite easy. They have these awesome freaking tools. We just call these the sticks. So these are loose right now. You just insert the stick. Unlike the spanner wrenches where you have to make space everywhere, this actually clears pretty easy. So I just need to go down a smidgen. This is like our final setting because we've already measured the car. All right, so I'm just gonna go down a few. And I think that's where we want it. And then we'll just close it up. The cool thing with these tools, you don't end up marring the collars. So if you need to rebuild it or if you need to sell it later, it still looks fresh. And then to lock it, you just do this and then you freaking squeeze. Kind of like those wrist workout things. That's it, you're done. So here's the finish install. We didn't slam it too much. We still want this car to be pretty drivable for canyon roads and rough conditions and, you know, basic street driving. But typically my rule is 1 OMG finger, and then on the back right here, same thing, just about even. Now, mind you, you still have to let this thing settle. So drive it around for a week or two, and then we're just gonna double check the height, you know, front, back, left, right, whatever. But looks pretty good, super easy install. Now we're just gonna go drive it around and see how she feels.
Okay, my hands are like that.
Oh my gosh, yep.
That's it though.
That's what happens when you work on cars. It's like, yeah, pretty bad. Mic check, 1, 2.